Hello, and welcome back to Nana's Kitchen. Today we're going to look at part 2 of our bread making series. In front of me, you'll see the second half of the dough that we made the other day, and I hope you remember how simple that was. But today, Papa and I are going to turn part of this dough into delicious cinnamon rolls. And we want you guys to see just how simple it is, and I believe they'll become part of your new favorites. I have made this recipe for years. My whole family loves them. So y'all stick with us, get comfortable, maybe grab yourself a cup of coffee or something, and Papa's going to join, of course, doing there.
A little flour on the board so it doesn't stick.
Yes.
That way
You don't get frustrated.
you don't have to aggravate with it. You can just work it, and a little extra flour is not going to hurt a thing.
Not at all.
I just put it on my hand.
There you go.
Get it on the rolling pin.
There. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
When you roll this out, I like to get it maybe somewhere 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe even a little bit smaller, because you got to remember this stuff is going to rise when it cooks. We're going to put a nice coat of butter over this, and the main reason for that is to keep the sugar and the cinnamon stuck to the dough. All I want to do is just kind of cover this dough with it.
Now, that was a half a stick of butter. I don't know if he's going to need all of it or not. I do already have this pan buttered. I put a couple of tablespoons of butter in there and set it in the oven while it was preheating, and kind of melted it, just spread it all around.
I want all that cinnamon and sugar all the way out to the edge, because that's going to be part of your cinnamon rolls right there.
We don't normally measure anything for this recipe, but I want you guys, oh goodness, how much I hope, in fact, that you guys will make this at home. Get as much butter on there as you can. But anyway, you want to start, let's start by measuring just in case.
I'm good.
Because I want y'all to be able to do this at your house. I don't want you to be nervous, like.
Feel comfortable.
Yeah, I don't, here, I usually turn the bag up and pour it. Hold it over your dough in case it spills over. It ain't gonna hurt anything because you want sugar on there anyway.
We're always trying to do things the easy way.
Well, I've done this for years. Years and years. More years. Listen, I used to tell my students, you have dirt in your yard that's younger than I am, because Ms. McGlamory is older than dirt. So this cinnamon roll recipe is older than dirt. But like I said, I don't want y'all nervous about trying it yourselves. I want you confident so that you have an idea of approximately how much of each ingredient to use. And I will post the recipe. Remember, loosely speaking, I will post the recipe in the description so that you have at least a starting point for what you want to use and how to make this.
All right, math teacher, we did 1/4 and then another 1/2. So you calculate that.
Well, a 1/4 is an 1/8, and so that's about 3/8. But most of us do not. Well, maybe y'all do. My old measuring cup, what you call that, set, doesn't have a 3/8. So 1/4 plus a little bit more.
There you go.
Of sugar. Now, here comes the cinnamon. What you doing on this cinnamon?
Oop, wrong one.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Probably do the sprinkly end.
Turn it up, and I'm going to do just like this right here.
Yeah.
And get a nice coating of cinnamon around this thing.
Yeah.
Because I like cinnamon on my cinnamon rolls.
That's, well, sure. I mean, that's why you want that flavor. You want that aroma. And how much maybe at least I would just say, I'll put it in the description. I would say 2 tablespoons. Again, loosely speaking, 2 tablespoons of
I'm
cinnamon.
going to guess actually a little more.
And Papa says maybe even more. So
It depends. If you like cinnamon.
Depends on how cinnamony you want your cinnamon rolls. You know, I mean, you might not care for that flavor. It might seem a little overwhelming to you. But there, you can see it, y'all. Can you see it? Lift it up. There, you got it, Papa. It's hard to see. We don't have like the perfect setup.
Okay.
But I think y'all got it. All right, start rolling.
My question to you is, do you want a lot of loops or just
a few?
Like smaller amount?
Do y'all want your cinnamon rolls like yay big around, or do you want them like way big around?
We're going to do yay.
Okay.
Because
I agree. I generally start from that long end and roll this direction, and then it only makes them about that yay big around. But again, remember, they're going to rise prior to baking, and then they're going to rise as they bake. And y'all will be surprised. It looks like they're little old bitty things that aren't hardly worth fooling with, but you'd be surprised at how nice they turn out.
I try to keep them rolled up, you know, somewhat as tight as possible. That way it just kind of makes them a little tighter when they're baking, and they don't tend to come apart as much.
Some of his sugar and cinnamon is out here on the cutting board, but you know what we don't worry about? We don't worry about it being out here on the cutting board.
I'll show you why.
He's going to make sure he doesn't.
I'm going to use this big old knife here.
Well, you might as well. We already got it dirty. I wouldn't slide back and forth. I just kind of.
What I like to do is see that one's on the ends, not quite as tight, but I'll take that and then kind of dab up some of that extra cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah, Nana kind of barely just squishes them down just a little bit, because it gives me a better indication of how far apart they need to be set, because I know they're going to puff up and spread. So I think you might have room for one more right there, because I tell y'all these things to try to help you avoid the mistakes that I have made over the years. And here is a mistake that I have made over the years. I have gotten them. What is that on my neck? Oh, I guess it's the apron. It's bugging me. Hold on. Give me the heebie-jeebies. I have gotten them too close together. And what will happen when they are too close together is the center will just kind of go up like a spiral, I guess. I don't know how you'd say it. And it doesn't matter. They're still delicious, but they kind of look weird, and I would really prefer they just look like pretty little cinnamon rolls. I want them to look nice, although the main thing is they have to taste good. We'll give this one. Now, y'all, I'm moving them a little further away. As we go this direction, they're getting bigger around, because we'll come back to these once they have risen, and then we'll get them in the oven and we will bake them, because I want you to see how beautiful that they are going to turn out. We're back. It's been probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. Our house is quite cool today, so I can't really say a certain number of minutes or a certain number of hours. What I can tell you is when we put them in the pan, they weren't touching. And I know they don't look like they've risen a lot, but you see how they've spread out and kind of poofed out? Well, we're going to say we're ready. And the oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to put these into the oven. And as y'all know, Papa and I, we just cook by sight and smell. And when I think they're ready, we will take them out, and I will tell you how long it's been. All right? Okay, y'all don't go away. Now we're almost there. You're going to love these. 30 minutes later, these guys are done. They've kind of browned a little on the top. If I tap on them, they just don't feel squishy. I mean, that's all I can really tell you. So while they are cooling, we're going to make a cream cheese icing to go over top of them.
We're going to put some frosting on them. Yeah, there we go. Now
And you know, just because it ran down, I mean, it's perfect. They still taste delicious.
oh,
It's
that's
just that
probably
you
going to be the
didn't.
one I have to taste right
Well,
there.
you could. It doesn't have to be just like I said. We're not trying to sell them in the mall. They don't have to be beautiful. They just have to taste good, and they're going to taste good. How can you go wrong with a cream cheese, butter, vanilla, and confectioner sugar? I mean, come on. It's still wanting to melt a little, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything, Papa. Y'all let yours cool as long as you want to. I think he's kind of in a hurry, maybe a bit of a hurry to be able to try these.
All right.
All right. You're going to have to try one. I know it's a tough job, but
I'll take this old ugly one down here
you're
off the
so
end.
silly.
There
Yeah,
you go.
you had it. Y'all see all that cinnamon inside of there? That makes Papa happy. He likes a lot of cinnamon in his cinnamon rolls. All right. I mean, you could pick that up, I suppose, and bite it off if that made you happy.
Well, you got to get your fingers in it.
Why, sure. Well, tell them what is your favorite part of the whole cinnamon roll.
My favorite part is the center.
Yeah, that very middle.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Eat it right out of the middle.
Holy cow.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Please try this at home. And I just think you're going to love it. It's going to become a new family favorite. Every time you go to anything, everybody's going to say, you going to bring those cinnamon rolls this year or not? But anyway, the most important thing that we can say to you today is this. Just in case no one has told you today, Nana and Papa love you.